Hi YouTube, hello. I'm back. It is day 14 of my consistency and accountability journey. Day 15, sorry. It's Monday, August the 11th, and it is in the evening. I worked today until like 2:30. Then I had a doctor's appointment. Did some running around and came home, ate dinner, and now I'm on my walking pad. I didn't go to the gym today. I didn't even go over the weekend, to be honest with you. I just did some walking over the weekend, and I didn't vlog it, unfortunately. But my plan is to go to the gym in the morning before work. Fingers crossed, because I always say that and then I don't go. So, but I'm still good. I still got my 3 days of workouts last week, and I still stayed at a calorie deficit. And I actually lost 0.7 pounds, which doesn't seem like a lot, especially being that I'm on Mounjaro. But for me, my goal is half a pound a week, or half a pound. It would be nice to have a half a pound a week, but it doesn't look like that's happening. But I'd take a half a pound a week if that's possible. So, anyways, so that was that. I'm going to do 20 minutes on here, and then I'm going to try to go to bed early so I can get up in the morning. I'm at my house now. I usually don't vlog, in the house, usually in the car. But I figured I'm on a walking pad, why not? I'm watching a weight loss video. That's what I usually watch. Weight loss YouTube videos, commentaries, and true crime. Disclaimer, my dog is here, and she's the protector of the house, so you might hear her bark. I'm trying to edit it if I can, but I'm still new to this, but you might hear her bark. Anyway, so update on Mounjaro and my health situation. So went to see my doctor today, like I said, and I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. Went to go see my doctor, like I said, and we talked about my thyroids. So my thyroid levels have been a little bit low, and so she drew what they call a thyroid peroxidase antibody, and she drew that just to kind of see, I guess, how bad my thyroids are, or what we can possibly label it besides just being hypothyroidism. So do I have Hashimoto's disease? She was trying to rule that out, and unfortunately, yes, I do have Hashimoto's disease. So she's starting me on the brand name Synthroid instead of the generic levothyroxine. So once that's filled, of course it's out of stock at my pharmacy, I'll start taking that. Excuse me. We also discussed weight loss and how I'm not really losing much on the Mounjaro. I've been on it for almost 3.5 months, and I still haven't lost anything. I gained the same 1 to 3 pounds, and I haven't lost, a significant amount of weight. So, I told her I'm starting this consistency and accountability journey. And since that time, I have lost 0.7 pounds. Not a lot, but I'm okay with that, because my goal when starting this anyways was to lose 0.5 pounds, 0.5 pounds a week. That's obviously not happening, but with the 2 weeks, it's almost close to it. I've lost 0.35 pounds in a month. In 2 weeks. So 0.35 pounds a week for the 2 weeks to equal the 0.7 pounds. So I'm okay with that for right now. And then I'm on Aunt Flo, so we'll see how that goes too, because your period does make a difference. You have the water weight, you're hungry, so all of that comes into play. And even on Mounjaro, you still have the hunger. I may not eat as much as I used to, but I still have that extra hunger, because these are just our hormones. So perimenopausal, hypothyroidism, Hashimoto's disease, diabetic, and it's hard for me to lose weight, even with this shot. But again, I'm on 5 milligrams. So I guess that makes a difference too. She said that's still a low dose, obviously. And, you know, if we have to move up to get it going, then that's what we'll do. So, long story short, because that was a long story, we increased my dose to 7.5 milligrams. I haven't gotten the okay from pharmacy yet, so I don't know if they have to go through my insurance company when she increases that. Because usually when she increases that, which has only been once when I went from 2.5 to 5, when she increases that, I get like the notification either that night or the next day. So if I don't hear anything tomorrow, I'm going to call the office, because sometimes the office, or sometimes her and I get to talking, and she doesn't put everything in. And I love her, so nothing against her. So I'm not gonna start the 7.5 until Sunday night. I usually take my shots on Fridays or Saturdays, depending on my work schedule. But I'm not gonna do it. Sorry, I want to increase my speed. I'm not gonna do that this weekend because I'm going to Philly Friday through Sunday. So I'm not gonna go ahead and do that. I don't want to have any side effects with an increased dose while I'm out of town. So I'm going to do it Sunday night when we come back and see how it goes. And I'll probably update you guys on what occurred during the increase. I won't lie, I'm actually kind of nervous about it because I think I just like still have PTSD from when I took Ozempic. I couldn't get past the low dose of 0.25. It had palpitations, constant constipation. Like with Mounjaro, I have constipation, but it's, you know, it's intermittent. It depends on how I live. Like if I'm not drinking enough water, if I'm not eating enough fiber, if I'm not moving enough, I still, you know, I'll have it. But if I'm doing all those things, I don't have it a lot. With Ozempic, I felt like no matter what I did, I was still constipated. I was like taking stool softeners all the time. And I was fatigued and so nauseous. And with Mounjaro, I don't have the fatigue as much, but I'm still fatigued because of my hypothyroidism. And I'm not as nauseous. And I'm going to show you guys, I'll do like a sit down one day because I want to show you guys what I kind of use to help with some of the symptoms that I have or side effects that I have with Mounjaro that you know, help me. And there's a lot of people who kind of use some of the same stuff, but I also have some other things. Anyways, so that's the plan. Like I said, I'm just a little nervous, so we'll see. I'm nervous, and I guess I'm also excited because I'm hoping that with this consistency and accountability and moving more and count my calories more, and with the increased dose, that I will get to the point where I am seeing some weight loss, you know. It's just one day at a time, you know. I am, you know, although, like I said, I'm not really seeing a lot of weight loss, I will say my hemoglobin A1C is down, which wasn't that high. I think I told you guys before, it wasn't that high, but it's down, and it's like pre-diabetic now. You know, even though I'm newly diabetic, now I'm in the pre-diabetic range. My cravings aren't as bad. I don't binge as bad, and I feel like just different, if that makes sense. So I think, you know, it's for weight loss, obviously, but the other things that it helps, I'm okay with that, and I like that. I like that I'm not constantly thinking about food. I like that I'm not constantly hungry. Like I worked today, and I ate like small little meals, and I was okay with that. But then I kind of didn't eat for a few hours when I was running around after work, and I got a little hungry. But still, I ate dinner, and I was so full. But this is day 2. So that's why. Day 2 after my shot, I get like that. But by day 4 or 5, my appetite's back. I mean, it's not like I used to. I know when to stop, I guess, because my stomach feels it. But I'm still like hungry. Which, you know, having an appetite is not a bad thing. We're supposed to have appetites. That's part of being human. I just don't like to have the appetite that I used to have. So sometimes I feel like I have those days where I do have that appetite. But I just control myself a little bit more now. So that's another thing. And I noticed that, like, I don't like a lot of fast food like I used to. Like, I want to order, we have this place called Imperial, and they have the best chicken wings and pizza. And I would get that a few times a month, you know, especially like if I didn't cook or anything. I would get that, and I would, you know, order enough where I can eat it that day and then the next day. I'm not really feeling it, you know. At work, we'll have some food and they'll be like, Tamara, do you want this, you want that? I'm like, no, I'm okay. They're like, oh my God, you're so good at your diet. No, I just don't have a taste for it, or I just don't care if I have it or not, you know. And I think that is from the Mounjaro, so that's the good thing. So I have to look at all of that. You know, you have to look at not just the weight loss, but how it's changing your life. So I'm glad about that. Also, I forgot, I was diagnosed with sleep apnea. So just a mild form, but I was diagnosed with that. I'm just waiting for my CPAP titration. So my doctor and I were talking about that, and she's like, the Mounjaro helps you with that as well. And I'm thinking, I wonder, I didn't tell her this, but I was thinking, I'm wondering if that's why it was mild instead of moderate. But I kind of knew I had sleep apnea because I'm always tired, obviously, besides everything else. But I can fall asleep like that. I wake up in the middle of the night. I wake up coughing sometimes, not anymore recently, but you know, those are some signs, like you feel like you're gonna choke. Those are some signs of sleep apnea. So I'm not dumb. I kind of knew I had it. So that's the sick me. And hopefully, you know, this time next year, I'll be good. I mean, my thyroids may still be where they are, but you know, hopefully my hemoglobin will still be where it is, because I think I'll probably be on this for a long time. Even if I'm at a small dose, I just know my doctor's not going to take me off, even if I ask. But I'm thinking it might be a good thing, just even if it's the low dose, just to even help, you know, with the food cravings and things like that. You know, I'm not 300 pounds, so you know, it's not going to take me a year to lose this weight. And no offense against anyone who is 300 pounds. I'm just saying an example. Like, I'm not even 200 pounds. I'm just short and fat. I'm 5 feet, and my highest weight was 191, which I lost 10 of that on my own 2 years ago. But then I could never get out of the 180s and the 170s. I got down to 167 at one point, gained it all back, gained back up until 180. So my starting weight on Mounjaro was 176.8. So me, I want to be still, I'm not like hippie or anything, but I still want to have some type of shape. Like, I don't want to look like a bobblehead, as one of my coworkers said. Don't come out here looking like a bobblehead. But I just don't want to have that gaunt weight loss look. And no offense to anyone, I'm not trying to, you know, offend anyone, but that's just not what I want, you know. So that's why I'm doing the strength training and not as much cardio. I only want to lose 22 pounds. So I said I want to look at that. Actually, now it's 21, but I just want to go to like 155. See how I look at 155 and then reassess. But I don't want to be too skinny. I was too skinny at one point in my life, and I didn't like it. People around me would tell me how skinny I was, which I don't care, but it just wasn't me. And now that I'm older, I really don't want to look too skinny. But that's just me. Everyone has their own goals, and we all know what we want to look like, you know, that good stuff. And honestly, my dog is being really good. I don't know if it's because I'm talking or what, but she is being really good. She is watching me. Oops, sorry, I almost fell. She's watching me in the back. Sorry, there's like, ooh, the cops. Oh no, that's the ambulance. Something must have happened on the street next to me. But anyways, she's watching me from behind, so she's probably like, what is she doing? Because I never recorded in the house. But anyways, you guys know I ramble, and I don't even know if I'm talking about anything you want to listen to. But that's my story for today. Again, increased dose in Mounjaro, 7.5. Hoping to vlog or story time or whatever once I start it. Let you guys know how that's going. Hopefully gym in the morning. If not, then I'll do 20 minutes again on the walking pad and then go to the gym the next day. But I'm trying to do, I gotta do 3 days before I leave, three weight training days before I leave, because I leave on Friday and I don't know what type of gyms they're gonna have at the hotel. And I have this whole workout plan that I'm trying to stick to, that GPT made me. And I really like it. I only did 2 strength training exercises or workouts last week, but I did cardio for the third day. And, you know, I just want to keep that consistency going with the weight training, with the cardio. Again, not a lot of cardio, but with all that, because I'm liking how I feel doing that. I feel accomplished getting it done. Even though I only did, like I said, 2 days of strength training last week, I felt good. I did upper body and lower body. And for just, you know, starting off being consistent, I'm not going to beat myself up about not doing the 3rd strength training day, because I made it 2 days. And then I made sure I did something on the 3rd day. You know, like I said, the goal is 3 to 5 days, but that includes both. And I included both. I just did 3. So I gotta, you know, take my wins, especially, you know, when your period comes, man, it's just, I don't know about you guys, but it's rough. I get iron infusions too. Didn't say that either, but I get iron infusions too because I lose a lot of blood because I have fibroids. It's so much, man. I can tell you guys so much. But anyway, so that's the deal. I don't want to hold anyone up. And I got about another 5 minutes. I think I'm gonna do a half an hour. So I got another 5 minutes on here, and then I'm gonna get ready for bed. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I got 1 subscriber yesterday, and I appreciate you. I got a little bit more views, and now I'm like, okay, I'm doing this for myself. But I also am happy that people are watching. So comment, like, and subscribe, and have a blessed night.